semi-finals with
the bronze medalists today in that match were Andra Leshuk from Ukraine and Yulislav Bertz from Belarus.
SALIKOV Alexander.
So the third final here in the combat sambo, men's 62 kilogram, is Bakhodir BOKIEV of Uzbekistan in red and Alexander SALIKOV from Russia in blue. And this will be our first combat sambo final for the evening. In combat sambo, of course, you can use strikes, unlike in sports sambo. Headbutts, knees, kicks, punches, elbows, even striking on the ground, as well as chokes, which is much different. Sports sambo allows no chokes. Here we go. SALIKOV using punches to get into a grip and go for attempted back sacrifice throw. Countered well by BOKIEV. BOKIEV diving in for a body tackle. SALIKOV trying to counter that with a back sacrifice. BOKIEV from Uzbekistan ended up on top. No one gained an advantage, and the referee bringing both athletes back to their feet. Circling around. Nice jab cross by SALIKOV from Russia. Again, some strong punching inside to get to the grips from SALIKOV from Russia. BOKIEV from Uzbekistan attempts to use a drop shoulder throw to counter the striking of SALIKOV. Defended well though. BOKIEV was not, or SALIKOV was not caught by the throw. And back to the middle, and they went out of bounds. Now back to the middle of the mat. See, we have SALIKOV so far showing a little bit stronger striking. Running that right hand right down the pipe there. Using some uppercuts to counter BOKIEV's attempt to grab until the athletes went out of bounds. BOKIEV definitely seems to want to do more grappling and throwing and less striking. He again tempts it. SALIKOV circles around and doing several punches to BOKIEV while he was semi-turtled up. When a combat sambo athlete turtles up like that or goes prone and just covers his head, and the other athlete throws punches, the turtle or prone athlete will be penalized for passivity. Here we go. BOKIEV driving into SALIKOV. And SALIKOV trying to sacrifice backward. Athletes out of bounds. And now they're back into the middle of the mat. See if BOKIEV tries to use that out of bounds line again as he has SALIKOV on the end. BOKIEV does go for a takedown as SALIKOV is on the border. Pushes him out, but no penalty for passivity given. Referee must have ruled it more of a push than a true attack. Again, SALIKOV is toward the edge of the mat space, and BOKIEV presses forward and both athletes out of bounds. Referee bringing them both inside. Right now still 0-0, 0-0. BOKIEV does have one penalty for passivity. BOKIEV again attacks the SALIKOV at the edge of the mat. They go out of bounds, and the referee does penalize SALIKOV for passivity. Now both athletes are even 0-0 with the one penalty each. See if they can keep in the center of the mat here and give some activity. Nice drop shoulder throw attempt by BOKIEV from Uzbekistan. Countered by SALIKOV. He was not thrown. Athletes again out of bounds. And action restarted. Salikov, you changing some levels, using some head movement, some hand feints, try and open up. Driven to the ground by Bokiev, kind of mutually. They both drug themselves to the ground. No advantage given, and brought back to the mat, or center of the mat, in a stand-up position. Everything's still tied up here. Same little shin kick by Bokiev. More probably to try and set up the takedown. Nice shot in for a single leg, going back up to a body lock. Bokiev does drag Salikov down, but from his knees, no points given. And both athletes roll out of bounds. Referee bringing them back to the middle of the mat. And here we go again. Bokiev definitely wants to use the wrestling style much more than striking here. And Salikov using the punches, primarily the punches, and definitely seems a little bit more at a higher level of striking than Bokiev. Nice tie-up. Bokiev went down for a drop shoulder throw. It was countered, and Salikov rolled right into an attempt at an arm bar. He's still battling to try and get that arm extension here. And Bokiev came all the way to the ground to try and defend it, and he did get his arm free. And from what many in the MMA and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu world call the guard, Bokiev was striking Salikov, who was on the bottom. We are getting a medical timeout here. I'm not sure what it is. Looks like a bloody nose. Again, not a serious injury here, and but with the COVID, with the pandemic, any kind of transmission of body fluid, the referees and the event are doing everything they can to stop the potential transmission of any virus or disease, cleaning the athlete up and the mat space, and then we're back at it. Again, minor injury, nothing major. Salikov going back to the punches. Nice little hook there, I think jarred Bokiev for a second. And Bokiev barrels through Salikov. And both athletes going out of bounds. Still one penalty each, 0-0. Salikov into the punches and brought into a hip through by pressing forward by Bokiev. Very nice. Bokiev did a nice hip switch there into the hip throw, and for a 1-point takedown before the athletes went out of bounds. Big with 40-some seconds left. We'll see what Salikov can do now. See if he changes up from his striking primarily. Yeah, first kick he's thrown, and goes for the takedown. It's the primary way of even scoring points here. Big punch miss by Salikov, and a nice duck under into a double leg by Bokiev for another point. Salikov puts Bokiev into the guard, and Bokiev pummels with punches from there. None really doing any damage, but staying busy. It's 2-0 now. Bokiev from Uzbekistan over Salikov. With less than 20 seconds left. Bokiev, a little scramble there on who would get control. And Salikov jumped on Bokiev. But Bokiev now with less than 15 seconds left. Surely going to play a little bit of defense here as he's up 2-0 and not wanting to give a... he actually went in, dropped in for a takedown attempt. He's going to get his second. That's not good for Bokiev. Passivity. And the time runs out, 2-1. Bokiev held out there. He definitely was much more aggressive with the takedowns, while Salikov was much more aggressive with the striking. But as we know, the takedown is the key in all of Sambo.
Pobednik crvena kurtka
So the
predstavlja
2020
Uzbekistan, BOKIEV,
World
Bakhodir.
champion is Bakhodir BOKIEV from Uzbekistan. Alexander Salikov, who put on a real nice battle himself from Russia, is the silver medalist.